Mondays, millions have RSVP'd yes to ABC's Weddings. And this Monday, can you belly dance your way to the altar? This teacher from Queens did. Weddings, Monday at 10, 9 Central.
And now, more Weddings with Elizabeth Vargas.
Fed up with romance, she took a vacation from dating, and this school teacher got what she never dared hope for. You've heard that love comes when you least expect it. Well, it doesn't hurt if you're wearing a belly dancing costume at the time. Her name is Leni, a seductive belly dancer with a sensual smile and smooth moves. But underneath the long hair, fancy makeup, and stick-on tattoo, she's simply known as Ms. Cohen, a beloved 38-year-old first-grade school teacher at PS 232 in Howard Beach, Queens. Staring down her 40th birthday, Ms. Leni Cohen was still a single woman in New York City.
I always imagined someday I would get married. I think every little girl imagines one day, you know, you put a dress on your head and pretend it's a veil.
Leni kept looking and looking, but simply couldn't find a guy who would commit. Even her mom was starting to give up hope.
I really didn't think I'd ever see the day, no.
Then one day, Leni announced to her friends that she was taking a one-year sabbatical on dating.
I wasn't making arts and crafts projects anymore, and I wasn't belly dancing as much as I wanted to, because I was too busy going to singles parties and hanging out in bars and going to hardware stores and waiting for the right man to come down the aisle and find me.
It's almost a cliche that as soon as you stop looking, love finds you. Leni spent more time in the dance studio and landed a dance gig with a live band. Scott Wilson was checking her out from behind his guitar.
She looked magnificent in her costume.
Scott is a creative kind of guy, quirky, almost eccentric. At 48, he has been divorced for almost 15 years and says he simply never found a woman who could live with the open-eyed delight of a first grader.
As I found out Leni teaches first grade, I said, it's great, we can be children for the rest of our lives.
It's a match made in heaven. They are soulmates who love to hop around the city, play music in the park, or hang out at home and, believe it or not, make arts and crafts.
It goes well with this.
No, don't. It's really funny. I mean, from our first date, we were just laughing. We were always laughing.
I was not going to let Leni get away. I just said, I have to marry this woman.
True to his word, Scott proposes after 6 months. Their dream wedding, homemade.
Well, this is almost done.
Scott's New York apartment transforms into a full-time wedding factory.
Hey, check it out.
Yeah.
Normal people get flowers for their centerpieces and pay hundreds, if not thousands of dollars. And so Scott got this idea that if we had the guests build centerpieces out of toys, and then we could donate it to the school I teach in afterwards for the children.
That's my lovely daughter.
As for the white dress, all of the girly details Leni had dreamt about, suddenly it's just not important.
It was only a month before the wedding that I got my dress, so I just bought it off the rack at Macy's.
Leni's mom, delighted, relieved.
It's just exciting to see her as a bride.
There is just one little thing.
I think my mom was afraid that I was going to turn the wedding into a cabaret belly dance show.
Frankly, I was never too thrilled with her belly dancing. Never really cared for it.
And I know she'd kind of like to pretend it doesn't exist.
Like your arms are waving, just like the veil is waving.
And if Leni's mother has hopes the first dance will be a foxtrot, she can dream on. This is Scott's mother's turf. Serena Wilson is a legendary belly dancer herself.
Go into the chapel and we're gonna get married. Go into the chapel and we're gonna get married. Gee, I really love you. We're gonna get married. Go into the chapel of love.
One pang in Leni's heart that her father never knew she had found true love at last, and that he wouldn't walk her down the aisle.
Well, my dad passed away probably about 6 months before I met Scott. It was supposed to rain that day, And because it didn't, we think that that was my dad's doing.
Now I'm actually cannot believe this is it. This is the day. This is it. I'm actually walking down the aisle at my wedding. I'm crying
Don't
already.
start crying.
Okay.
It's a good luck, very
No more
happy
crying.
day for you.
Okay, no crying.
The first grade teacher who had given up on love is getting married at last.
I remember walking down the aisle, and I remember tears coming down my face when I was walking down the aisle. And I don't really know why. It's not because I was nervous. I was happy, I was excited. I mean, this is what I wanted.
If life has meaning at all, it possesses it because of love. Do you, Lenny, take Scott to be your husband, to have and to hold, to love and cherish, for as long as you both shall live?
I do.
With this ring, I thee wed. It was all like a dream. I felt I was watching a dream when it was really going on.
Make us the bride.
All it takes is I do to give Leni what she's always dreamt of, a husband.
It's too late to run out, honey. It's done. You're my husband. I have a husband. Don't hurt me. I can't believe I have a husband. I'm a married woman. I'm a married woman.
I'm the happiest man in the world.
Later, at the club where they met,
We got married today.
I think the whole thing rests on putting the other person's happiness ahead of your own. There's nothing I want more in life than to make Leni happy.
good things come to those who wait, those who follow their passions and find their souls.